Hey everyone! Today we are going to be having fun doing a shopping vlog around Orlando, hitting the mall at Millennia as well as Vineland Premium Outlets. Then the what I got from this haul is going to be on Friday. I had been hoping to get to see the new Dior store. Unfortunately, that opening has been pushed back until December, but there's still plenty of other wonderful stores to look at while we're here in the mall. Pottery Barn opened first, so while waiting for the other luxury stores to open, I did go into here really quick. I absolutely love going into Pottery Barn. They have wonderful bedding. This is what my own bedding is at my house. And actually the bedding that I have is the charcoal version of this tan pillow that's back here. Absolutely loving so many of the throw pillows that they had out. This tan one was really pretty, and then the blue that they have on this bedding I think is absolutely stunning. I have a very similar pillow as some of the throw pillows on my bed at home. And then these brown baskets over here, I actually have the largest one in the sizes that are shown here on the screen. Fantastic basket. I had really wanted to look at these giant plush throws, and while I think that they are beautiful, there's no way that I could ever get my Golden's hair out of them. That being said, this blue color actually is more gray in person and is very, very pretty. Now, looking around at all of the spring outdoor collections that they have, obviously Pottery Barn is very well known for their lanterns, and they have so many different styles to choose from. I will say that they don't necessarily keep their finish outside overly well if they've been in the sun. But as Pottery Barn would suggest, they do have wonderful stoneware and pottery. This is where my particular set of dishes come from. I have the Mason stoneware set, but there are so many different colors and patterns for whatever it is that's going to suit your style. I did look at the silverware, but I have heard mixed reviews on Pottery Barn's silverware, particularly with more of the pewter finishes, having real issues with pitting on the silverware and not holding up well over time. So just keep that in mind if you're interested in Pottery Barn's silver. And then moving on down to Sonoma, as the other luxury stores had not opened up yet. And the first thing I saw when I came in was their brand new honeybee collection, which I thought that they had a lot of really pretty pieces in, but they were kind of pricey for what they are, so I'm not sure that that's the best deal. But this Le Creuset, that color is the Nectar, and we have this large Dutch oven. It is wonderful. We use it all the time. I love all of my Le Creuset pieces. I say skip the all-clad non-stick, but definitely if you are looking for stainless steel, look at the all-clad D3. Those pieces are really, really great. My husband and I have, I feel like, every single piece that they make. Then they do have tons of Shin knives, which is what my husband and I also use in our kitchen. I do love all of the gold Nordic Wear Sonoma pieces that they have out. I specifically have several of their bundt pans, and they work really, really well for me, producing beautiful designs on my bundt cakes. That being said, I was very tempted by some of the Harry Potter pieces that they had, but as I already have some Harry Potter cookware, didn't really need any more. Now moving on to David Yurman, I wanted to check out the new sculpted cable collection. This is the double bracelet that you see against my stack, as well as the gold necklace. I thought that this was a really beautiful, well-made, comfortable collection. Now moving on to Bvlgari, there were several things that I was wanting to check out in here, both jewelry-wise and bag-wise actually. First up is the Serpenti Viper ring with malachite. This ring is actually retired, but the pearl version is still available, and they do expect that one to remain available as they have brought out several new stones in this ring. I will say though that the Viper ring that wraps around with the diamonds is absolutely breathtaking. Now, like I said, I wanted to look at their bags. I will say that their bags, it's like having jewelry for a bag. They are gorgeously crafted. There is a lot of different details in them. The lock is very secure on these bags, and I just found them to be really beautiful. I initially wanted to see this specific color of green in the bags, but then I absolutely fell in love with this limited edition 75th anniversary Python version that's hand painted. It is absolutely gorgeous in person. Video does not do it justice. Now, this is a newer style of their bag. The chain here can come apart to actually be turned into a belt bag. I did think that the shoulder strap on this was actually a little bit too long, so wasn't really a fan of that length. Then they had this really cool sort of metallic finish, and it was very impressive in person, but the bag did seem to be a little bit thick on me. This is a 70s head on this bag in their new puffer version of this bag. I did not particularly like this gray pouch bag because when you actually look at the leather trim of the snake, it almost looks like a plastic rubber snake on the bag in person. Not a fan. Moving on down the line to Prada now, there were a couple of different bags that I was wanting to check out in here. Now headed on over to Christian Louboutin, and I will say I do think that Neiman Marcus actually has a better selection of Louboutin shoes than the Louboutin store does, so just keep that in mind. If you don't see a style that you like in the store, you very well may find it in Neiman Marcus. I was not overly impressed with the new Desert Wedge, a little bit messy compared to mine from last year, but I thought that this one was really pretty with all the black spikes on it. In Louis Vuitton, this is the updated version of my Palace. It's now called the Try-On bag. This is the PM size, and I did think that it was a good size. I hated that they only did the turtle dove in the two-tone because I really wish they just did in the single in this size, but I did try on the MM for fun, and it is very large. Now, moving on to Hermes, I did have an appointment with my sales associate, but while she was finishing up with her prior client, I did get to look around the store some. As always, tons of beautiful things, lots and lots of blankets and homewares in, if that's something that you were looking for from Hermes. I did try on one bag, and it is this variation of the garden party style. Unfortunately, the strap is not adjustable on this, and therefore bag is a no from me just on that alone. And I did try on the fuzzy Orans, and honestly they just feel like really overpriced slippers. Moving on to Vineland Premium Outlets, and specifically here is the Ralph Lauren outlet, and I tried on several different clothes as I did actually have an extra 30% off coupon, which was great on top of all the sales that they were having, with a lot of the items already being on sale or an extra 30% off of whatever the outlet price was. I then moved on to Brooks Brothers. Clearly I was having a bit of a jacket day, trying on several different jacket styles at the outlets. I will say Brooks Brothers, you've really got to try on sizes because these were all considered A2 and everything fit super differently. I'm typically a 00. Some stuff was massive, some stuff fit. Then moving on into Longchamp, they did have a lot of bags other than just their nylon styles. They had a lot of different accessories as well, and a lot of really good deals. Most of the bags were priced well below what you see for retail. They didn't have any additional sales going on, but I did find it very interesting on how many different styles Longchamp actually has. They of course had all the different colors in their totes, and this tote was specifically cool because it is one that is expandable, so it's almost like you get two bags in one. Now moving on into Prada, I still have just not been overly impressed with the selection in Prada the past couple of times that I've gone in, but there were many more bags than normal. The shoes were mostly Miu Miu. Honestly, I could see why they were in the outlets. Onto Bottega, they had a lot of very current styles and a lot of really good pricing. Like the Jodis I saw were up to $1,000 off of retail. Now, odd colors, but as you can see, they do even have some of the regular neutrals, like a white in the pouch bag. You've got shearling versions of the Jodi. Now, not all their bags are on sale. The purple version in the clutch was going to be regular price, but the lime green was actually $1,000 off. This particular bag was rubber, so I was kind of unsure about what was going on with it, particularly for a $300 price with no discount off the regular. But then you have some other interesting bags like this one here that, while not on an amazing sale, were still about $500 off. Shoes had great sales, but then if you go to the back, these bags all had an extra 60% off of their outlet sale price. The bag that I'm holding right now was priced about $1,700, plus you would get an additional 60% off of that price. So some really fantastic deals to be had on Bottega bags and shoes, as well as they're ready to wear if that interests you. I hope that you've enjoyed this vlog, and with that, I will sign off and make sure to be subscribed for Friday's haul of what all I got shopping at the outlets. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!